morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to another fabulous episode of Not Another Couples Podcast.
Bonjour.
And I'm here with my co-presenter, co-host, talent. Mark Warren Warburth.
Thank you.
My husband. So if you haven't joined us before, that's us. I'm Suzie, this is Mark.
Suzie Cox, no middle name, Roberts.
No middle name.
Yes.
You know, someone who's making a name for himself at the minute. Alex, do you know his surname?
Honnold.
Honnold.
Is he Austrian?
No, he's American.
Is he? Of course
I think his parents descended from maybe Germany and Poland or something originally, okay. But Honnold. So if you haven't seen anything in the news, he just recently climbed a ridiculous...
tallest building in Taiwan, which was the tallest building in the world until there was a new building in Dubai.
It's now the 11th tallest building in the world. Yes, I'll let you know that. Sort of 2004 was when it was the world's tallest building. So this crazy man... he is a professional climber. He has done it. He has experience. He didn't just suddenly rock up and go, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to climb the tallest building. He planned ahead.
But the point you're missing is that he does it without...
Well, no, I was about to explain.
Sorry, I do apologise.
So climbing, as we think of climbing, is, you know, ropes and harnesses and belays and clipping in and someone holding you in case you fall, all that sort of stuff. No, he doesn't bother with that. He just climbs without anything. So do you know the difference between free climbing and what's the two? I've written them down. So I know free solo and free climbing.
I imagine free solo, you got no one at all with you. Free climbing.
Well, free solo is officially, apparently, according to research, is that he does. He climbs without any ropes whatsoever. Mm-hmm. Apparently, free climbing, I think you climb yourself. You have ropes just in case. That's what was reported.
Makes sense. Well, that's what everyone does when they're climbing with a rope.
Yeah, but I don't think maybe they have ropes to... They don't have... Maybe free climbing is when you don't actually have someone supporting you, but you're clipping in. Is that free climbing?
Yeah, but you need to either top rope it or bottom rope. I don't know. I've never heard that.
Whatever. Free solo is mental because it means you don't have any ropes, you don't have anything like that.
He first got his name for climbing El Capitan, didn't he, in America?
Yes, El Capitan.
And a friend of mine who's an amazing climber did it, and it took him 2 days?
With ropes, with safety.
Sleeping out on the rock face, which I've always wanted to do, to see if I can actually fall asleep.
Actually, fair enough.
And then I think Alex Honnold did it in something like 3 hours when he climbed El Capitan, which was just... And some of the moves are so hard. But the first time he obviously practices, what you don't see is he would have climbed that building endless times just to get all the moves and so on. So you could see it even when there was these alcatraves and things sticking out. You could see that he already knew where everything was. It was phenomenal. It was so fluid.
So that film, there was a film made about his climb there at El Capitan. It won Oscars and BAFTAs.
Yeah, it was brilliant, wasn't it? At the Sundance, was it Sundance? I forget.
So he, obviously researched it, planned it, practiced, waited for the right conditions, all those things.
Well, they had to delay the Taiwan one because there was earthquakes, weren't there?
Tremors and earthquakes, yeah. So, so the difference I'm saying, I couldn't actually watch it all because it was so traumatic. The thought
when he
of him
stands
falling.
At each section and just literally standing on the edge, looking down.
But I think if you've ever gone up even in an elevator or lift, as we call them,
thank you,
and stood looking out. Either on a decking or a balcony or, a viewing platform or something like that, and you're looking out and down. I guarantee 99% of the people there that your stomach will turn. You'll have that...
vertiginous.
Yeah, that sort of vertigo feeling of, whoa.
Whee!
And I was getting that with him, and he was only at the bottom bit. He's only got to the first platform thing. So on the side of the building, they've got this, weird... little design thing.
Metal designs that stick out.
Curvy sort of design. So he could just stand. And he was just standing on the edge going, oh, hi, just chatting away, having a chat with the commentators.
But what I love about him, he's quite out there. And when you watch the documentary, and if you haven't watched it, it's really well filmed as well. And actually, respect to the camera people, and the one that was doing the filming for this, who was on this massive...
Yeah, so that's what you forget is the support crews. You've got the person doing the important bit, the climbing and the talent, if you like, and then you've got all the people supporting them around who were equally as
But you imagine if it was anyone else, he had a red T-shirt on, North Face, wasn't obvious. Tiny little North Face logo. That was the only logo you could see. No hat, chalk bag, long track suits, climbing shoes. He's on Netflix Live. He's obviously getting, hopefully...
He's getting paid a lot.
I hope he is. I really do.
Definitely.
Good for him.
I don't know how much.
But you'd think if it was anyone else, if it was Formula One, there wouldn't be an ounce of that T-shirt left without sponsorships on it. He would have been surrounded and covered in Red Bull, and there'd be stunts, and they would have covered a Red Bull sticker on it. I really like it. I think he loves climbing. He's a purist. It's not about all the other bollocks. You know, he obviously has to make a living, so he let them film it.
Yeah, so I was reading about him a bit because I was just fascinated in what makes a person do something like that in the first place. So apparently he was at school and then he went to Berkeley University and then he just didn't really click. So he just kept like bunking off and going climbing because he just...
Like climbing.
Just like climbing. He lived in his van for 10 years. So he could travel around and have easy... And he's actually, you know, open. I just thought, oh, maybe he's just a little nomad and he just likes living in a van. But he said, no. He said, obviously, if I can move a house, I'd prefer to be in a house. He said, but it's just much more accessible. So obviously, to be in a van, you can drive wherever you're going to sit and watch and wait and just get out as soon as you're ready to go, rather than having to travel somewhere and then climb and take all your stuff with you. So, but 10 years. And then he says it's weird now because obviously he's got so used to that lifestyle that when he then was, you know, doing the film and obviously got treated better. Well, no, he got treated better. He said now if you get, you know, when he first started having from living in the van and then going out and being put up in like really nice hotels, he said it was like almost like too far to walk to the bathroom. I'm like, this is the man who's climbed like millions of mountains, but he couldn't be asked to walk to the bathroom because it was just a bit too far. Whereas obviously in his van, he just has some weird peak up or whatever.
Bucket. Door. Well, it is. I mean, phenomenal. Yeah.
I just couldn't watch it. I don't know if anybody has watched it. How you felt watching it?
When you do climb, it's a bit like saying to a gymnast, "How do you start with a back double somersault?" Well, you didn't.
No, I get it.
Everything progresses.
But I get climbing. I mean, it's terrifying enough even when you know you've got a rope attached to you.
Yeah, but the more you do it, the more comfortable you get.
No, I know. And also, I mean, he has reported he has autism. So he says his autism, it involves having a lack of fear and lack of emotional response.
But didn't he? Yeah, the lack of emotional response
just shuts down. Because I'm thinking now he's a father. He's got 2 kids. He's married and now has 2 girls. Whether that changed him, because that changed your sort of perspective of doing crazy stuff when you became a dad.
Yeah.
Because you're responsible not just for yourself, you're responsible for looking after other people.
God, that sounds mature.
Well, it's not so much that, it's just like the consequences of your actions can affect other people around you rather than just yourself.
I remember I think I told you, so Peter Bailey, who I used to go climbing with, and is a phenomenal climber, and I remember we climbed Matterhorn, and at the top...
just drop that in there.
And he pointed, and I said to him, which mountains have you climbed in this range? And we looked around 360. It was a beautiful day. And he go, yeah, all of them. You're like, okay. But when we were in the hut, I like the hut because it's called a Horny hut. It's not, it's the Hornley, but I call it Horny.
Okay.
In the Horny hut, there was a dad and a son. The son was in the forces, I think French forces, and the dad, about 50, fit, and they were going climbing, and we were stuck in the hut one night because the weather wasn't very good, so we couldn't climb. And they both fell the next day because they weren't using ropes. And I just didn't get it. We had tiny little rope, but it's not a technical climb. It's like more like a scramble, but you are really exposed all the time. And so when I first started, there was like a bit where you had to walk across a ridge, and you're only, 20 foot off the ground, and I'm literally crawling. But then by the time I'm at the top, I'm at a similar ridge, and I've got like 1,000-meter drops, and you're like, oh, I'm okay now. It's weird. But your brain just kind of adapts. The more you get comfortable. But these blokes didn't use a rope, and the dad shattered his pelvis, and the boy broke both femurs. You're fucking morons, because they didn't take a rope, because they wanted to do it quick.
But that's what we've noticed. So we have spent time in mountains with people who do this stuff. And it's like a badge of honour to do it more difficult or more... Quicker, without oxygen, And like, I think when you were doing the Matterhorn, we were in Chamonix and we went to a bar to meet some friends, whatever, and there's all these climbing nerds there. and they all were going, "Oh, which face is you?" Oh, cool. Yeah, that's really easy. It's like there's no like.
But I think that's just their world. I think it'd be the same if you're I don't know, name any other kind of active sport or a skier. Oh, you're only doing a 180. Oh, you're only. I think it's just.
There's sort of competitiveness, but it's competitiveness that you'll die.
Yeah, well, there is that.
Do you know what I mean? It's not like I'm competitive, but I'm not competitive to the point that I would put myself. But I'm not. That's not my exactly that. It's not my world. I don't.
But then I think like climbing like that and doing Mont Blanc and all these others and what's the one in Italy we did? You did Tufcal. Yeah, what's the one in Italy? Oh God, with a great big crucifix. Grand Paradiso.
Yeah. Sound like Sonata.
That's very funny. The Italians love a big crucifix at the top of their cross. But those are it's a day climb pretty much. You might stay in a hut overnight. But hats off, and we got friends who've climbed, Dilly and Baz, brother from another mother, who've done Everest and so on. The discomfort and the pain that you go through because the acclimatization, you're up in the mountains at ridiculous altitude, not hungry, feel like shit, slowly, you're death zone, you're just basically dying, and you've just got to keep going.
Yeah,
So Baz was the first ginger to climb Everest. We're claiming it is.
I don't think he was.
I'm claiming it.
I'm sure back in the day.
No, he would be the first ginger to climb Everest.
Documented.
He's got a Guinness Book of Records. I think he's forged.
Is he the first Canadian /Brit?
Ginger called Roberts.
Called Barry. Barry. He's so not a Barry. I don't know what a Barry is, but who would be a Barry?
Hats off. We watched SAS last night, and it's a similar thing where you're in discomfort for a really long time. And some people, I couldn't do it. I can tolerate a lot of discomfort, maybe 24 hours, but after that I get sulky.
You would get sulky. I think you can take more discomfort if you're outside and you're doing something active, but for you need to be fueled properly. I think if you are hungry, it breaks you.
Yes.
If you're fueled properly, you can endure more other discomforts, whether it's mental, physical, whatever it is. But
sexual.
You went to boarding school. I don't know what happened there. I did, but well, I think that's where you can do. I don't know.
Yeah,
for me, it's a duration.
I don't think I have. Going back to the SS, I don't think I have the mental strength to cope with long term.
Well, you wouldn't have coped with them shutting you in a box underwater and things like that.
Because you didn't know. If they said I'm going to shut you in a box for 10 minutes, I think I could have just about done it. But if they say I'm going to shut you in a box, and you don't know. And it's the same with climbing. You're like, you go up, the weather's bad, you come back down, you sit in a tent.
I would be bored.
You read a book, play cards.
I would be bored senseless just because of the waiting and the faffing, and it takes too long.
I do like the idea of going in the van
I like speed climbing or something. That's better.
But I like the idea of just, as I said with Steph at work, she's got lots of friends who still live in South Africa, and they're flummoxed with how fast and how much everyone has to try and do here in London. And I do like the idea. I don't want to live in a van, but I like the idea of just sitting by the coast, and if the surf's not right, you go for a walk with the dogs and chill, and you just slow down.
Well, it is a pace of life, and we noticed. I can't remember, where did we go where it was just so chilled. Maybe like we went to Costa Rica or somewhere like that, and everybody was just
Tolworth.
Probably not. Just where the pace of life is just so much slower.
Oh yeah, Costa Rica.
Well, Gordon, who came over from New Zealand. I mean, New Zealand's a classic. That is the place where, everybody's driving around with either a canoe or kayak or bike or whatever. And it's not about doing crazy endurance stuff. They just do it for activity. It's lifestyle for them. And I think just the pace of life. And he came here, and he grew up here. He grew up in the UK mostly. But obviously he's lived now in New Zealand for longer. But he just couldn't say the pace of life. Everybody's just so frenetic here. Yeah. You've just constantly got to fit in. You've got to do. And it's just, it is too much, I think. The pace of life just is overwhelming for a lot of people. But you're trying to keep up because it's sort of this frenzy around you.
And what you're saying, especially as like self-employed, it's just like...
And the guilt thing of you're not busy enough. Because if you have got time... And I know a lot of, mums do this as well, and dads who are caring for kids at home.
Please.
If you're not, you feel guilty if you're just sitting and relaxing for like half an hour or reading a paper or watching something TV or listening to something because you feel like there's always something to do and you feel like you should always be doing that thing rather than just going, do you know what? Sod it, I'm going to take 20 minutes for myself and have a cup of tea.
And just look at the wallpaper. Who was it that said that?
That was, not Kirsty Gallagher, Kirsty...
Young.
Yes.
Oh, was it?
Kirsty Young's mum said it to her years ago. She said, look, we're all just doing too much. You need to sit and look at the wall. Just sit and look at the wall time. And it's like watching paint dry type of thing.
But for me, walking the dogs, definitely my mind wanders so much more than it does anywhere else. I'll suddenly find myself thinking about all sorts of weird stuff. Like in a good way. And not really dwelling on
for me, I think driving in a just like a constant drive, not like
a drive you know.
Yeah, and not like a stop-start traffic, like motorway driving. If you're moving,
you go in a comatose state.
My mind can just
and if you put you in the passenger
down,
seat, my God,
put some music on.
If you ever want Suzie to stop talking, put her in a passenger seat.
Rude,
but it's true. You go. It's like
white noise. I think it's white noise. I just go.
You're gone. We drive to France and you might not... It's like we've had this massive row. I'm like, you're right? Yeah. Okay, great. Good chatting.
Because it's
the one time I want you to chat.
But it's like... But that's exactly it. It just shuts my brain down of all the thoughts because you've just got this almost like hypnotic tunnel of bzz, like white noise going on. It just stops me thinking.
Yeah.
You're doing anything.
But yeah, I think, going back to the climbing, it is... I always like exposing myself to different worlds.
Exposing yourself.
So I met a rower earlier.
I like exposing myself.
I've done that plenty of times.
Yes.
We've done dogging.
No, we haven't.
We talked about it.
We've talked about it. Oh my God.
That counts.
You were always talking about it. You mean dog walking,
when you go meet like
dogging.
Rowers, or you meet... What were we talking about the other day? Like... There's a whole world out there, cyclists, rowers, chess players. That's what they do.
Yeah,
and that's their world, and they love it, and that's great. And then we're in our little world, and there's
I get it. People are passionate, and they're sort of totally involved in the thing that they love. Whether it is a sport or an activity or a little club or society, and that's what like when Amber's at university, they have all these different societies. There's a society for anything. If you get enough people together,
society.
And they put it for why not? Why not? They go and test all the cafes in Nottingham and write reviews and just sit and chat. It's like meeting for a coffee, but exactly, it's that whole just chill thing. Just go and chill, have a coffee, rate the coffee, rate the environment, whatever it is their thing. That's their thing. They like going to cafes. And the thing is they can create a society if they can get enough people together interested and form a society, if you like, then it goes through. There's a society for anything and everything. Everything?
Everything and anything.
Everything and anything. Let's see.
Chaz and Dave.
All right. Oh, sorry. Just twanged back into Essex.
Would you go climbing? Not climbing, would you go walking, scrambling again?
Hike, what, exactly. So you were saying climbing Mount Tuko. It wasn't really any climbing. It was just hiking for long periods of time. At altitude, at high stuff. I think that's the difference of people being able to cope with altitude. And that's really tricky. I mean, he's done, the stuff that this Alex guy's done is high, but it's not like...
No, we're not talking 6,000, 7,000 metres.
Altitude high. It's just flipping scary high with nothing to hold on to. That's the difference. Whereas, and I think I didn't know you can be as fit as you like, and you've seen it on any sort of TV stuff when other people, celebrities, are climbing, doing what's the one they always do. Anyway,
give us a clue.
That mountain, a hike that lots of celebrities do, and they've done them for charity.
Kilimanjaro.
Yeah. And so it is people's tolerance to altitude, I think, can affect as well. So I weirdly couldn't cope at all. My neck felt like it was about to explode.
Oh, yeah.
And I couldn't breathe, which is not unusual for me going uphill.
Okay.
And I just remember we were walking, and it was walking, and literally it was just walking. And I felt my legs were all good. My legs all day long was fine. I just felt like my neck, the pressure in my neck was about to explode, and I couldn't breathe. And I had to keep stopping like every 5 paces to breathe.
Yeah,
and Sam, the osteopath who's walking with us, was just using it as an excuse to stop and rest because he was pretending he was looking after me. He wasn't. But then we've got, our friend Sandy P's climbed Everest and done loads of other stuff, and he's weirdly
Well, they tested him, didn't they? They went
Yeah.
because he's a medic. They tested him at 6,000 meters, something ridiculously high. I put him on an exercise bike, and his blood oxygen levels were at a level. If you were here at sea level, they would have turned off his life support. But he was functioning-ish, talking, amazing. But his hair did grow.
He's a machine.
His hair.
He's quite hairy. So back in the day,
He's
he won't
very
mind us
hairy.
saying this because we've talked about it a lot.
Because it came down, because obviously when you're up there, you get very
So this wasn't
dehydrated.
this was years ago.
Yeah.
When he was
This is,
younger.
I think, when he first got into it, and he went to climb Mount McKinley, I think. And obviously you get very dehydrated and you don't poo pretty much while you're climbing. And he came back and the hair on his bum had grown over his body hole, so he had to cut back the hair, had to kind of crop rotation.
I thought you had to do it.
Well, I did once, but yeah, that wasn't
It's
that
quite
long.
hard to cut your own bum hair, probably. Do you think?
You could just burn it off,
Just wax
like
it.
they do.
Get a bit of imac on
Oh
it.
my god, that's a lot of wax.
Or a lot of like hair removal cream. Just whack that on it. Not if you're desperate for poo. You haven't got time for that, have you?
No.
It's got to just go.
Oof. But
Anyway,
yes,
those are the things.
very, very
So
hairy.
back to his Alex guy. So we're mates. His mum
Yes.
took up climbing when she was 60.
Here we are.
And she climbed El Capitan when she was 66. I'm sure she used ropes because she's a safety girl. And then then at 66 she was the oldest female.
Oh, was she? Cool.
And then she broke her own record, did it again at 70.
I like that. Well, I did turn to you lot and you all
I don't
took
think
the
his
piss
mum-
out of me, but I said I wanted to do something bonkers. Did I say that?
Flynn wet himself laughing.
I said when I'm sitting, he goes, "What? How old are you next? How old am I next?"
57.
Which isn't a great number. It's a boring number. 58 is a bit better. Yeah, 60. And I went, yeah, I'm going to do something bonkers when I'm 60.
Bonkers. I just think it was just the word bonkers he didn't really like.
No.
Like
But yes.
something like amazing, or like it was just the fact that you were going, God, it was so crazy. You're going to do something really crazy.
And Wimbledon Common was
Yeah.
without oxygen.
Yeah, really
I only
bonkers,
had
mate.
one coffee at the windmill.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. So I'm going to definitely do something stupid at 60.
What are you thinking?
I don't know. I have this urge to. I don't know if I do after a bit. I don't know. I've always wanted to drive through England, France, Spain, Morocco, and just.
You always want to do the motorbike thing.
Yeah, the problem with that is you can't take all your toys, so I can't surf. You're reliant when you get there on a surf shop being open or to be able to rent a board or that. I would love to do that. Just drive through and just actually check in on your phone for like 1 hour a day for like calls or anything, things that happen.
Your wife, perhaps. Or...
Well, you hopefully be with me.
Oh, Jesus. I didn't know as much. I was going to take one of your boyfriends. He's got lots of boyfriends.
Lots of boyfriends.
A lot of bromances.
And then the other one is like a massive cross-country mountain bike, like going across, like never hitting tarmac and just seeing how far. There must be routes.
You can do that.
You can do these massive ones in
I
Morocco,
won't be
Atlas
coming on that one.
Mountains.
You can go and do
Why?
that.
You can get an electric bike.
You can do that with Will.
Yeah, or Dan, my new boyfriend.
I don't know how proficient he is on mountain biking. You're going to do something crazy.
Well, he's very good.
I'm not saying he isn't. I said I don't know.
Are you having got my new boyfriend?
He's got two boyfriends called Dan.
Two?
Well, you said you put Dan in as your
Yes.
boyfriend.
Oh,
And then
no,
I said,
not-
what about other
No,
Dan?
that's golf boyfriend,
Oh,
and then there's activity boyfriend.
extreme sports.
Boyfriend. You have to have different boyfriends.
Okay. I get that.
Different sports.
Okay.
See? So yeah, I think that. Yeah, I'd love to do that. Would I want to climb again? I'd like to see how scared I'd get, because I remember where was I recently, and I climbed a little bit. I can't remember, but the
Oh,
exposure.
no, you went in France, wasn't it? And you went to do that thing with Sam.
Oh god, the Via Ferrata. I got better on the second one, the one I did with you guys.
So Via Ferrata is just like metal,
metal way. It's
and then you clip in and go along. It's a bit like a high ropes course, but you're attached to a
So
rock
yeah,
and you
I think
cross
the
over
Italian
rocks.
army first did it to give access to their troops over the Alps, but safe access. So they put in massive bolts and steps and rails that you clip into, so you are safe.
Like big
but
wire bridge things.
it's normally in a very exposed route across ridges and stuff, and it's brilliant, and it lets people access these routes without the fear of falling off.
Usually there's a little path at some point.
Yeah, I'd like actually that one.
Walk along and climb up, and then walk along and climb up.
That's a good one. I need to go and tick that one off.
It was about 35 degrees as well when you went, and it was just not a good thing to do.
Yeah, that was. We did it
So
twice.
what I was thinking about this guy's, obviously when he did El Capitan, it was made into a film. So there was opportunity for edits and creating, obviously building the drama and blah, 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 blah. And it was an amazing film. And obviously if something awful had happened, it would be cut. And, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This, the Skyscraper, was a live feed.
Yes.
So I was chatting to someone about it the other day, just saying, well, what, we were saying, what happens, I think, for instance, what happens before? And I'm like, they would have to, but I said, what? But it was also, like, not that, I mean, not uninteresting, but, the film was, the thing, he's basically an hour and a half, and it looks the same, there's different sections, he's just getting higher and higher and higher, obviously. And it was like an hour and a half of, we watched it and you were like fording bits just to get him higher and get him higher.
But the bit made me laugh. Obviously, they had the observation tower at the top, and there was lots of people there, and local climbers were there and waving at him, and he's just like, all right. But there were other people, I think apartments or offices, on the way up. And that was my fear, is there'd be like someone...
Open a window, like, oh, sorry!
Or the tits against the window.
Well, that's what you would do.
I don't have tits.
What? Other genitalia areas of your body.
You know what I mean? But like put him off.
I don't think he would. I don't think he's just...
But I mean, obviously he was mic'd up through the whole thing. And he's just chatting.
Yeah, and he's standing on this tiny little circular thing.
The dome at the top.
At the top. With a tiny little round
Takes
like that.
a selfie.
And he's just standing there going, I can't... the feed's gone, but I can see you. Down the bottom and waving and... just taking in the view, but that's what I'm saying. For an hour and a half of live TV, it wasn't actually that interesting.
I know.
As a viewer, obviously appreciating the fear factor, I couldn't watch it. But I couldn't watch it. Do you know what I mean? It didn't draw me in because there wasn't any sort of behind the scenes emotion. It wasn't like
no.
There was a little check-in with his wife.
Yeah, I can't remember who the other co-presenter was.
So loads of people have watched it, and they're watching it really for the fear factor of what if he falls. Not in a what's the expression? Not in a weird way, but there is that element of like I'll watch it, but I don't want to watch it because you might fall.
Yeah.
And at any point he could fall.
Yeah,
but
true.
then because he's so like calm and just trance-like almost doing it, it's like it's not real.
Do you think he's in the same state as you are on the motorway?
Yeah.
Just dribbling a little bit.
Just in the zone. I just think, I don't know, it's just a weird thing. And like someone was talking about it, saying, well, is this going to be like happening more? Like they're going to show people doing crazy stuff, live feed. Will they die? Won't they die? It's like gladiatorial. Do you know what I mean? It's like, will they die? Will they die?
Curry fowl without any water. Is it fowl? What's the really strong
What was
one?
that show those American guys used to do? Where they used to do crazy stuff and like light their farts and jump off.
Oh, not Naked Gun. Jackass.
Jackass.
Have you seen them now?
It's like that, but like extreme challenges. I mean they used to do
Jackass got worse and worse. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Well, they had to keep getting worse. That's the whole point. They had to keep getting worse and worse.
You see the one they did?
People got used to like they're going, they're doing that again.
You see the one with the bowling ball? I
again.
found that one amazing. So there's a guy lying on the bowling alley with his legs open.
Police are coming to get him.
Wearing a pair of pants. And then people had a chance to bowl at the top and try and hit him straight in the testicles, and he couldn't move.
Well, more for the idiot who's standing there doing it. That's what I say. It's like,
oh my God.
But that's the thing. They were getting viewers. They were getting known. They were getting TV from doing.
They did do. I mean, when it first came out,
extreme stunts. They were like extreme stunts, but like.
But they weren't, if you know what I mean. They weren't done by stuntmen.
Basically, like. Well, I think a lot of them had the stag do gone wrong. Like it was like The Hangover. Do you know what I mean? All the stuff they used to do.
Tommy went to the doctors and he'd shove things up his arse just for a laugh. So the X-ray, and there was like a T-Rex and something. Oh.
But that's what I mean. It's like, is that what people got to do? Because people are going to get used to go, he's climbed. Oh yeah, brilliant point. Yeah.
What would you do?
Could he
what
do
would your
it like
bonkers thing be? What would you like to do?
I don't know.
What have you ever gone? Oh yeah, maybe.
I've done parachute. We were talking about this before, weren't we?
Yeah.
I've done parachute, but tandem. I don't think I'd want to do it by myself.
Okay.
I don't know. Do not want to do a bungee jump at all. That does not...
No, I've done a couple of those.
I do not get that. I mean, jumping out of a plane, unattached to something, free falling, with someone who knows what they're doing, thankfully, to trust. But again, it was a trust thing. When we went to go and do the parachute jump, we were in America. again, it's personality led, isn't it? There was a guy, really arrogant twat, walking around, and I was like, if I get him, I'm not doing it. I do not trust him with my life to open the parachute on time, and it'll all be about him. He was just so like,
yeah, he loved himself,
full of himself. I was like, oh my god, if I get him, I'm not doing it.
What about a big walk, like somewhere really, like really
big
cool?
walk,
a big hike?
I don't know. For me, that we obviously we've done it smaller versions. Like obviously when you're acclimatised and you're getting to do when we did Toopkal and you're like walking, and walking and walking.
But the difference of that is you're walking up and walking back. But like a route where you go 2 places, or bike somewhere.
I don't prefer to bike somewhere than walk, like flat, not too.
So only Holland.
Not too hilly. No, not flat, but do you know what I mean? Like across, rather than having to go up like a massive mountain.
Yeah.
Stuff that just would. I would just stop.
I'd stop.
I would stop. I don't like that.
You get asthma.
Get asthma. Yeah.
I
don't. I think. Yeah. I think a trip where you are challenged physically and a little bit mentally. Mentally, I'm strong, but in certain scenarios. Certain other ones, I'm just like, don't see the point.
So you haven't really answered it.
I've challenged myself.
Would it be on your feet or on wheels?
I think on wheels.
Okay. Would it be motorised or non-motorised?
I'm quite strong on a bike on fairly flattish.
Yes.
Flattish.
You're a rouleur,
I don't have to be. I can do a few hills, but like short hills, not really long, like 20k climb up a mountain.
Should we cycle to Morzine once? Like the boys did. But not in one day. Whatever they did it.
They didn't do it one day.
No, you know what I mean.
It took them a week.
Why don't we do that?
5 days.
And
they're bloody ridiculous cyclists.
I mean, we are cycling.
Can we not do it from Paris?
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Get the Eurostar to Paris. Stay somewhere nice and then pootle down.
Right, let's do that. I'll organise that. We'll do that next week.
Next week, brilliant. Thanks.
You've got your bike.
Yeah, I brought my bike back from mountains. I've been there for like 4 years, maybe. Used about 4 times, maybe.
Exactly. We could just get a little sneaky electric one.
It's too hilly in the mountains for me.
Well, it's only the last. Most of it's flat as you go through France.
No, I mean leaving my bike in Morzine. It was just too hilly.
Oh, your road bike.
You can't recycle anywhere without having to go up a vicious hill.
Well, you can. You could go down the valley.
Yeah, I know, but you've got to come back.
But that's quite a mellow hill, coming back up St John Dalb and all that stuff. Isn't it? No? Okay.
It's just long.
But then you just go slow.
I just find it very hard.
I know, because you haven't done it.
It's like you doing side planks. You find them very hard.
Only one side. It's because I dress to that side, isn't it? Loads of weight.
You dress?
No, I heard that.
Yes, I do.
Suits you, sir.
I'm just getting it.
Suits you.
Right, well, there's no mountains to climb today, people.
There is.
Just
mountain of life.
The mountain of...
Keep feeding yourself, rest often, and stay positive.
Find things you like doing and do it more.
Just be bonkers.
Or be bonkers. Dizzy Rascal said it first.
He did, got his hat there.
Okay, people, have a great week. And do come back and join us again for more fun and shenanigans on Not Another Couples podcast here.
What episode are we on?
Don't know.
I'd like to know. I think we've...
Go back. Get him. Have you not looked? Have you not listened to any of them?
I have listened to one.
We've done about 60.
Have we?
I reckon.
Is it past my age?
I definitely think it's past your age. I actually don't know.
But that's only full gap.
We stopped counting after a while. It's
but I'd like to know.
Well then, flip in, look it up, research
right.
it. You're in this. You don't just rock up and sit there and chat.
I'm the talent. I don't have to do anything. And what's it called when you rock up?
Lazy.
What's it called when you're like a rock star or whatever, and you have your
rider.
Rider. Why is it called a rider?
I don't actually know.
My rider would be...
What would be on your rider?
Jaffa cakes. Ovs. A nice cold Coca-Cola.
Protein.
Yeah. And then a dead cow. I don't know what I'd have on my rider.
I was asked that because I'm doing a talk for International Women's Day.
What is your rider?
I haven't said, don't know.
Come on, Suzie. Terry's chocolate orange.
Cup of tea. Biscuits.
Biscuits, yeah. Fortnum and Mason, what are those ones? Chocolate What the ones?
They're really rich. They're quite.
Wow.
They've got the tin behind you.
Shocky Wocky?
Behind the feathers.
Oh, yes.
Careful now. Don't wreck the set.
What were they called? Topholossus. That's the ones. They're good.
They're very strong though. They're
Yeah,
very rich.
I'm very rich.
You have to be to buy from Fortnum Mason.
Yo, darling.
Bloody hell.
Right.
Right, on that note, ciao. See you next week. Bye.